All right, well, Egypt is doing that. Any other questions? Yes?
On the topic of Rome, what would you do if you found out that he traveled to the future and took over the world?
What can I say? That's the loudest panel. Vomit? Be very in at the thought.
Be very grateful you're already dead.
Yes, basically. Worry about my children, but party in Valhalla. It's none of my business anymore.
If that man takes over the world, I will be seeing you already. I'm going to just leave and die. Like right now, I'm just gonna like further die, so I don't have to deal with that.
There is not much we can do if that happened. We're dead. But in the event something as crazy as that could happen, all I can do is say, run, son, run far. Don't stop running. Keep going. You think you're far enough, you're not. Somewhere.
Space.
The moon.
Not far enough.
No, not Mars. Not Mars. Not Mars.
Where's that little planet that is supposedly as big as my some country? The furthest one.
Pluto?
Yes,
That's,
that one.
no, Nines, that's also a Roman god name.
Who cares? Rename it and move there.
Well, the first thing I would do is I would buy my child a safe, because if you do not know, Rome likes to create new ideas from existing ideas. So, for instance, my gods. He took my gods and said, oh, these are so great. I love them so much. They're so, wow. And then renamed them. And then when I went, those are my gods. What are you doing? They're the same gods. What are you, excuse me?
That's my watermark.
He basically was like, oh, no. These are different. Have you seen the names? Those aren't the same names. Where are you getting that from?
What about Apollo? The same name.
Exactly. See, he didn't even think, he's like, oh, she probably won't even notice over there.
So copying existing technologies, does that mean he's already doing it because Apple does that?
What is this apple? Apple is a fruit. You mean Apple is doing that?
It's better if you don't know.
Wait, I changed my answer. Why re-die when you can just lock yourself away or lock him away? Because again, he's too stupid to open the locks.
I feel like he would try to come find me, but then I'd either kill him or die myself.
Does drag him back kicking and screaming count? Yes. I mean, like, he didn't exactly fear me, but he didn't exactly try to take me off either. So, you know, I feel like I have a slight control as eldest to go, young man, get your keister over here right now before I can.
The fact that he didn't fear you shows just how stupid he actually is. And I say that with the most love possible. But yeah. Britannia, yes.
If I can just add one more suggestion. Move to Avalon and burn everything else. Especially him.
But they live here.
That's why you moved to Avalon first.
We could just assassinate him like that video game. Like we could get an assassin, like that green cyborg ninja dude. Most of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Kudos to you.
We will have to have a meeting about this potential eventuality after the panel. We need to figure out our plan of attack. But yes, you had your hand up.
That's my train of thought. Okay. What is your inner spirit animal?
Our cultures don't exactly have spirit animals, so we don't touch that subject.
It's like the Harry Potter books, the Patronus. Go with that. Like if you were to cast the spell and an animal comes out. Do a Patronus. Sorry, go on.
Barbarians, I tell you.
I'm doing it again.
Roman influence is bad.
I'm just watching you.
I mean, that's every day. You should be used to it by now. I'm sorry. I'd hoped it would be your mother's genetics, but apparently it was not.
I
love you.
Probably a raven. It is a symbol of Odin, and wisdom and knowledge, so.
I give you one guess. Just one.
Wolf?
There you go.
Oh, I thought it would have been a dragon.
A bear.
Oh, you stole my answer. I guess I'll go.
Fine, a very salty bear.
I mean, I was going to say, if you said a bear, I'd say the Lorax, but that works too.
You can have the Lorax or an elf.
Just go away. No one wants you here.
Can I pull out the quilt again?
You are
I wanna
basically
pull out the quilt again.
No, you are basically Roman. Your opinion does not matter at this point. It was meant to cause offense. Just take the mic. I would say a bear or a Lorax if I had to fight. If like someone else had already played the bear. Let's go.
I can't think.
That's not surprising.
Well, I would say if we're talking about like any kind of animal, including in modern era, I would choose like a domestic cat or dog because then I could like have my more natural role in at least my society of kind of, for women it's not as like much as some other cultures that it's like, oh, I'll go out and work and that kind of stuff. Women were still kind of like back at the house. And I don't mind that lifestyle, so I'd probably be like a cat or something, because then I'd be able to like nap and I'd be able to have as much food as I want, which is lovely. And I mean, then I could have so many like blankets and all sorts of wonderful textiles.
Sounds boring.
I had both of mine stolen. I was either going to say a bear or a cat. So, I mean, yeah. Okay now.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's okay. You'll be okay.
So concerned about this
I kind of had my idea stolen. I was totally going to say a cat, but not for the reasons of which Greece says, which is mainly laziness. Mine was going to be because in my culture, cats are seen as the protectors of the homes. They are meant to drive away evil spirits, and I feel like that's very much what I do with my children and with my people, is I help protect them and I help keep them safe. Also, some of our gods and goddesses are modeled after felines and cats. So we have one that actually transformed from a fierce lioness into a cat, because she used to go on like these murderous rampages and slaughter entire towns. And then someone made her think that she slaughtered an entire town, and she looked at the carnage that she made and went, oh no, I screwed up. And then suddenly became very docile like a cat. And so that turned her into the protector of people and the protector of women and things like that. So I feel like that would be my kind of inner animal in terms of, so either the big ferocious lioness or the kitty.
And I will say, because you said you were concerned about the wigs, don't worry, I made sure they were from healthy Germanics.
ethical Germanics. Ethically sourced. No, you've lost my privileges. No. Questions? Anybody? Oh no. My child. I know, I'm sorry.
We already discussed this. It's okay. I don't want your hair. Though I will take Francis. France, if you need a haircut, I'll see you after the panel.
Please don't die. Just okay. You're okay.
No, he's Roman origin.
Okay. That's not okay. I mean, I don't know why I'm vouching for him, because that would get you off my back. But like, it's also Roman origin. Do you really want it? Oh God. God has pretty hair. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. Oh, I'm gonna go here first and then come back to you. So yes.
What do you think of Prussia's obsession with birds?
I mean, I can't see a problem with stop that.
There could be worse things to be obsessed with.
Yes. I don't see a problem with it. They're very cute little birds, and you train them up to be like hunting falcons or. Oh, God bless. Okay. How many birds did you bring with you? I'm looking at the both of you now.
In combination. Just this one.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Okay. You've already got red, so like I'm just not even gonna ask. But honestly, I mean, Prussia really likes birds. I really like bears. I don't see an issue. So.
Did you shove birds down your shirt?
Did you shove birds down your shirt? I love you. Okay. If you've succeeded in shoving a bear down your shirt, you have my everlasting like respect because like, damn. Okay, moving on. Question. Did you still have a question? Or are you just scared for your bird?
You still love me?
Of course I still love you. I always love you.
Do you know what he's been up to lately?
I'm a priest.
Okay. I'm moving on. Yes, you.
What would you consider a balanced breakfast?
One thing in each hand.
She has the right idea.
I mean, for me personally, a balanced breakfast, I prefer to have giant feasts, but for most of my citizens, that's not a luxury that they can afford. So we mostly have breads and that kind of stuff, which means that famines and stuff like that are terrible.
Well, I mean, I like both my wife's idea and my mom's idea, so I'm just going to do the yes, dear thing.
You're not supposed to admit to that. Now we know.
You're sleeping on the couch.
I realized how old I am because I didn't hear balanced breakfast. I heard Brown's breakfast. And I was going to be like, is this like some kind of new kind of diet from Germania? Is it like roasted meat just being shoved in your face? Or like, I was very confused.
Can I borrow it for a second? I'll give it back. It's really bad because I passed the mic to you before I answered, but like my answer when it got back to me was going to be me. So that's really bad because like, what is this balance thing you speak of? But yeah, so.
Germania's breakfast, we can now call a Brown's breakfast instead of a balanced breakfast. Sounds good.
You just got real German there.
I've learned from the best.
That's weird. Stop that.
Now I almost want to keep going just to freak you out. No, my terms of a balanced breakfast, bread and beer. I mean, it's really all we could make and afford to make, depending on where you were in the standing. So like the most basics of it would be like bread and beer, and your bread would be like very coarse and very gritty, and because you milled it at home, and then beer would be something that you could make like in your own house. So it was very easy to do. Hummus was also something that was eaten regularly, but as you like climbed up the hierarchy, I'm assuming Pharaoh's breakfasts included fruit, fish, meat. Finely milled bread, so more something that you guys would call white bread, which is now very bad for you apparently. Shh. Cries a single tear.
What about brown bread? Go with the
brown bread? Brown's breakfast. I found a way to make it slightly more balanced for you. You get a point in you.
We can start trading.
Hey. But yeah, depending on where you were from and what kind of social class you were born into, it'd either be like bread and beer or like 5-course buffet, you know. So it's not really a balance, but I was well fed, so that's all that matters.
And Canada, how about you?
Now, I'm not going to name names at this point, but a certain one of your sons has been couch hopping, like from different countries, place to place. And normally I'm okay with this, but he keeps eating my food, And I went from 1,000 balls of maple syrup down to like 900, and that's my low area. And I would like him to stop.
Question, real fast. What is maple syrup?
It's a precious gift to this world. Meet me after this panel, and I'll introduce you to it.
That sounds like okay. Pressure, darling. Maybe calm down. Maybe go talk to your brother if you're hard on money. Child.
He kicked me out.
Oh. Well, then, just be a good house guest, please. Just like, make me proud.
He cleans.
See, that's something. That's something. Just make your bed and don't eat olives and maple what's and who's it, and we're good.
Here's some advice. If it's so precious, do what we did. Challenge him and kill him.
Please don't kill him.
Please don't kill me.
He wouldn't be able to.
I don't know if that's possible at this point.
Well, if it's that precious, find a way.
Okay, moving on. Before it's so we can stop encouraging the slaughter of my children. Spain, yes.
When you're not doing anything, what are your favorite hobbies to do? For all of you.
Scandi?
See, I live in a little place called Valhalla. And it's a good time, all hours. You have endless meat, endless food. You can fight whenever you want, and if they kill you, they just bring you back to life to fight another day. It's fun. Really quite fun. You get to party with the gods. So that's what I do. It's very nice not having to, go on Viking trips in order just to survive.
Being dead and all, you get a lot of free time. It's like retirement, but forever. So what I end up usually spending my time doing is watching over favorite child, watching wolves, watching wolves, watching wolves. And you avoid Rome, it works out.
There's a reason so many werewolf myths come from sort of like what was once Dacia area.
Well, that's because lycanthropy is real. That is part of religion. It's what we do.
Whatever you say. So not a cool werebears though, so,
Werebears?
Werebears. Well, ever since I died, I've not really spent time with people that I was close to until they were dead. So I found myself close to Decha here, and I've just kind of watched over my children and spent time with her. I find myself really liking to braid her hair and making these flower crowns of some sort, which is actually why I have one here to give her. So,
Is there something I should know?
Surprise! Don't worry about it.
what was it about your son's country? About their men? Their men have 3 women?
This is understanding I hear about my boy's country this day. There is Romanian saying, not Roman. There's nothing Roman here. No Roman in this one. So there is Romanian saying that goes, men have 3 women. One that is for money. One that is for fun. One that is for love. I don't even know which one I am, but I'm assuming it's not money because she doesn't ask me.
And sweetheart, you're the one for money.
So if you'll excuse me.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. What do I do for fun? That's the question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your hobby?
Just checking. I'm with Scandi on the Valhalla thing. I mean, it's a great time, honestly. I would like to point out that there's a reason Rome is always escaping his afterlife, because it's boring and Christian, whereas we are having a real good time. So, who really won this game? I thought you were asking me what you did for fun, and I was going to say 9. I'm not that senile yet. Okay.
Yet. I know my limits. Okay.
So what I was gonna say is that it's really hard to have free time when, as Germania said, that Rome keeps escaping his heaven, and he keeps finding me. So you don't really have much free time when there's a Roman who's going, hey, I just wanted to stop by. I know it's like, I don't know what time it is, but you know, I figured that you weren't busy, I'm not busy. Let's have a few times to talk and hang out. And then
And then you make bad decisions.
and
is a bad decision.
And here's the thing, when Rome comes, unless he wants to leave, he will not leave.
That's why I get called.
And so yes, I have to rely on some help from...
I like to keep tabs on, as I said earlier, he's my favorite, and I liked to keep tabs on you, but
obviously not well enough.
maybe you don't want the gold anymore. That's fine. But okay.
You haven't given me money since you died because you have no income. Sugar daddy gone broke. Do I need to dump you?
Maybe. Would it be sugar daddy gone sour then?
I like that. I like that. Sugar daddy gone sour and mama saw don't need you.
I know what the question is, but I'm just sitting here going, I associate with these people.
We love you, Egypt.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're over there.
I can always get up.
I feel like she's just gonna like appear on the side of me, and I'm just gonna like start withering. No, for my hobbies, because apparently I trust my child, unlike some of these people. I don't keep super close tabs on them. Like I'll check in every now and then and go, hey, how you doing? Have you eaten yet? But usually for hobbies, I sing and dance and make music and write and draw. With the Egyptian afterlife, it's considered much like your regular life if you were given your proper burial. And considering I'm a nation and I technically had multiple burials, I've got like whole lives lined up in which I was a poet, I was a performer, I was a pharaoh at one point. Hells yeah. But I get to chill with my gods. And we all get to play around. Anubis is really kind of sick of me, but that's okay, because I'll be back tomorrow.
We now know why she was late.